What is going on, guys? Welcome to AJ Talk Sports. Today we're going to be doing our first ever live Best Ball Mania draft here on the channel. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Looks like we pulled the 103 today. So let's see who we're going to draft first. All right, we got a couple good options here. Jamar, Puka, JSN. I'm going to go ahead and take Jamar Chase. This is my first share of Jamar this year. I have him clearly ranked ahead of Puka. Just with the weird offseason Puka's had, I think Jamar has been pretty locked in this offseason. And I think Joe Burrow is really set for a bounce-back season as well. And I think just that Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase deck has proven time and time again that it can drop 60 points in a week. And at this point, another year of Matthew Stafford getting older, them drafting that Alabama quarterback in the first round this year, and Puka with his weird biting incidents this summer. I think I'm going to go Jamar Chase. I think Jamar is one of the few receivers in NFL history who has potential to crack 2,000 yards in a season. I mean, he's in his peak of his powers in his prime right now, so why not this year? I mean, why not this year, right? So I'll put up the big board for you guys so you can look at it while we're drafting here. Give me a second real quick. First time streaming, so we'll get this all settled out. Pretty standard draft here. Puka, JSN, McCaffrey, Taylor, CD, Amon-Ra, Jefferson, Genty. I could talk through some of these. I mean, JSN at 5, I understand why. He had 1,700 yards last year. But, I mean, let's be real, guys. The Seahawks are going to have a big Super Bowl hangover, as most teams do. They're not a dynasty-type team like Patriots with Tom Brady or, it was a quote-unquote fluky last year, right? So, I mean, Clint Kubiak left. They hired some San Francisco 49ers tight ends coach to be their OC. I mean, Jason's an amazing player, an elite player, but I think we can all see a big Sam Darnold regression to the mean. And, I mean, Jason can still have, his 1,200 yards, which is a great season, but definitely not worth the top 5 pick. Looks like the board is moving pretty fast here. Let's get back to available players. My top players that I would want right now are Rashi, of course, the GOAT, Brock Bowers, my Lizan Al-Gaib, as I like to call him. Pickens, Nico, definitely among the top 2 for me here. I mean, A.J. Brown as well could be a great option if he comes back. I'll take A.J. Brown in the 3rd. I mean, right now we're hoping for Bowers or Rashi, so we're set. All right, looks like we got no Bowers is gone, so Rashi Rice, welcome to the team. If all things considered, I think we'll go Rashi here. Yeah, let's go ahead and take Rashi Rice. Totally fine with that at pick 22. Little follower past ADP, which is nice, of course. Nice. I mean, Rashi Rice, all the advanced analytics say that he is an elite receiver, yards per route run, yards per team pass attempt. They really added no one this entire offseason except Kenneth Walker and Emmett Johnson. I mean, no wide receivers to speak of at all in the first 4 rounds of the draft. I mean, Travis Kelce, another year older, another year more washed. All right, we're back on the clock here. I mean, let's just be honest, guys. I mean, how is A.J. Brown playing with the best quarterback of his career, motivated to prove he still has juice in the tank? I mean, he's got to be the pick here, right? I mean, Josh Jacobs is freaking washed. He's freaking washed as hell, man. That guy averaged 3 yards a carry last year, 4 yards a carry. The Packers offense, I think, is going to take a step back. They lost Wicks and Dobbs. I mean, Tucker Kraft coming off a torn ACL. I don't see it with Josh Jacobs. He's 28, 29. He's a lot of miles on his body. I know A.J. Brown has a lot of miles on his body, but let's be guys. A.J. Brown has never played with a quarterback better than Jalen Hurts, who is freaking ass as a passer. And now you're telling me he's going to play with Drake May entering year 3, and his only target competition is DeMario Douglas, Efton Chisholm, Hunter Henry, and Romeo Dobbs, who's not a target magnet at all. He's a nice field stretcher. I mean, A.J. Brown could easily, we were just talking about it earlier, he could easily outproduce JSN this year. I mean, I don't even have to talk about A.J. Brown as a talent. And when this system and this offense Come on, guys. That's a smash in the third round. AJ Brown in the third round is just, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, I know everyone wants to talk about, oh, you have to start running back this year in 2026. Best Ball Mania 7. If you don't have 2 or 3 running backs through the first 3 rounds, you're screwed. I mean, come on, guys. We always, since day one, it's always about drafting the optimal strategy and taking what the board gives you, right? So you can see here, I'm the only person in this entire draft who's pissed yellow through 3 rounds. And you're telling me that taking Travis Etienne in the third round in 2026 is what we're doing? When you can have AJ Brown? I mean, Javonte Williams. Guys, these guys have no talent and they're just, plotters on their respective roster. Kyron Williams, third round. Like, they're just products of their environment. They're not unique talents. And you're going to be able to get running backs in the later rounds who might not have as, cachet names, but I'm telling you guys, one injury to any of these guys, and you're going to be wishing you did 0 RB. All right, this board is moving real quick. See a couple guys go that I loved. Lad, Olave, Ibuka. I'm not a big fan of Ibuka. He's ass. But let's pick up some, see who we want to take here. Start starring guys. I mean, Zay and Luther would be amazing if either of them came back to us. I doubt it just because, they're already gone as soon as I say that. Loveland, definitely a top target. Travion would be nice. It's pretty nasty after that. Hopefully this guy takes Mike Evans. Oh, he took Scatteroo. Let's go. All right, guys, so let's look at the board here. Trey McBride. So this guy's not going to take a tight end. This guy has Pickens. He already has 2 running backs. I think we're going to be able to get Travion on the way back. Let's go Colston Loveland right here. First share of Colston Loveland this year as well. If we can get Travion on the way back, that sets up a beautiful Patriot stack. If not, let's start planning with what we want to do here. I mean, we can go Rome and just build out a Chicago stack. Waddle's not bad. Bo Nix is ass. Travion goes. Damn it. Waddle might be the top option here for me. These 20-second clocks are crazy fast. Devontae. I mean, Rome. This is tough situation here. I'm going to go Waddle. I think Waddle could have a big year in Sean Payton's offense. Let's go Waddle. I haven't drafted Waddle at all this year either. I'm not super in love with that, but I mean, Waddle's been a second and third round pick the last few years. I mean, Tua is not like some world beater either. It's not like Bo Nix is incapable. He's just not elite. I mean, he could take a step forward. I mean, Sean Payton, year 3 offense. I mean, year 3 or year 4. And I don't know. Waddle can easily have a 25-point game in the playoffs. And I mean, who's the target competition on that team? Courtland Sutton, who's washed. They got no tight end, unless you're a big Justin Jolly guy. I mean, Waddle could have a career year. And at least we know he's in with a coach who knows how to scheme, that archetype open. I mean, Sean Payton's had, similar archetypes in the past. Brandon Cooks, Emmanuel Sanders. Who else? I mean, Michael Thomas is a completely different player, but Sean Payton knows how to get his wide receiver 1 the ball. They went out and traded a first and a third for Waddle, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll take it. Definitely wanted Travion Henderson there just because we needed a running back. But and I want to kind of build up that Patriot stack. And I think Travion's an elite talent and doesn't have much competition in the backfield besides like a 27, 28-year-old Ramondre. And I think the whole Patriots offense as a whole can take a step forward, but I'm fine. I'm loving what we're doing here. I mean, look at this freaking roster, guys. This is freaking amazing. And forget what people say about having to draft running backs through the first couple rounds. I mean, Josh Jacobs and Cam Scatteroo, these are just Jags, guys. They're just replacement level players. I mean, look at the players that I took in Jalen Waddle's range. Jadarian Price, inarguably the worst first-round running back ever taken in NFL history. Bashal Tutin. What even is a Bashal Tutin? I don't even know. I mean, Quinshon Judkins, he's all right. but he's on the Browns, and they might score 10 touchdowns as a whole this year. I mean, DJ Moore, no upside. Terry McLaurin, no upside. Devontae Adams, washed. David Montgomery in the 5th. We're taking David Montgomery before Jalen Waddle, guys. What are we doing? I'm convinced that the world has gotten psyoped by whatever happened last year, or maybe Sam Sherman's team, the guy who won Best Ball Mania 6, because he had a bunch of mid, sucky players on his team. Now everyone wants to draft mid sucky players. My logic for you guys is just take the best players available here. All right, we're coming up on the clock here, guys. Coming up on the clock. I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys. I think we go Burrow in May. If we can do Burrow in May on this team, we are looking freaking. We're looking juiced. This guy. Does anyone have any? I mean, shit. Fuck it. I'm not going to take Burrow. Let's take Drake first. I don't know. Did we time out on Burrow? All right, we timed out on Burrow. That's fine. I was thinking about taking Drake May first, guys, because the guy at the end has Travion, and he could take Drake May. And I mean, any of these guys could take Drake May just because he's an elite talent. But, and I don't think these guys would take Burrow naked, but that's fine. We're not worried about that. Parker Washington, it's definitely another one of my favorite players who's an elite talent in of his own. I mean, we saw how he closed the end of last year. I don't think I'm going to take him here specifically because I already have 4 elite receivers, and taking a 5th here instead of Drake May, who could go nuclear in the playoffs and drop a 30-point game. If this guy doesn't take Drake. Okay, he takes Jalen Hurts. Parker Washington or Drake? I think we got to take Drake, guys. I mean, I think we got to do this. Let's just do it. Fuck it. I honestly love this. I love this team, guys. Look at this team. Joe Burrow, Drake May, each stacked up with A.J. Brown and Jamar Chase. Both past ADPs. Rashi and Waddle. I mean, that's beautiful. And Colston Loveland. I mean, woo! This is sexy. This is sexy. I mean, Parker Washington, I'm a huge fan. I do believe he's, almost Amon-Ra level talent. As crazy as enough that is to say. I mean, he was a black box prospect coming out of Penn State, 6th round pick. And each year he's just kind of worked his way up and up and up, right? And I mean, we saw how he broke out at the end of last year. There he goes at 81. I think that's crazy late. I mean, I think, Liam Cohen really knows how to scheme him up, and the Jags are high on him. But you look at the Jags wide receivers, they got Brian Thomas, who I think is going to bounce back a bit and be a little, not as maybe good as he was rookie year. Definitely don't think he's as bad as he was last year. Somewhere in the middle. Travis Hunter, report came out today. He's going to play receiver. I mean, he's going to take snaps. He plays in the slot, which is where Parker Washington plays. And Jacoby Myers is just, he's a dog. There's a reason they extended him for like 60 mil this past year, or when they traded for him. He's an elite blocker. He can play in the slot as well. He's just a kind of do-it-all kind of versatile player. Very underrated. Okay, so we're already coming back on the clock. All right, definitely we're going to need to take a running back here soon. I mean, we're still 0 running backs through 8 rounds. Let's see who's on the board here. Okay, Corum, definitely top option just because we're desperate for running backs. But, I mean, shit, what else? C-Rod is cool. Dobbins wouldn't be bad. Build up the Denver thing. Laporta. Pitts. All right. I think we got to take Corum here, guys. Go Corum. We'll go Corum. We'll see what comes back to us on the way back. It's going to be a tough pick on the way back for me. I like Corum, though, for sure. I think Dobbins might be the pick on the – Dobbins is freaking wash, bro. But I do like the Corum pick a lot. He can be a league winner. And nothing even has to happen to Kyron. I mean, we saw Blake overtaking him last year as the end of the year. Started going along. All right, let's talk about it. What pick do we got? Next pick is 118. What are the running backs at 118? Gainwell, Mason, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, Tracy. Dude, low-key, I might not even take Rodriguez here. I mean, if Kyle Pitts gets traded to like the Rams, bro, imagine, man. I don't think Dobbins is winning me anything. I don't think he's going to be healthy by the end of the season either. We might take Kyle Pitts and shut it down at tight end, guys. I'm not going to lie. I mean, shit. Kyle Pitts is the top option right now. I like Josh Downs a lot, but we already have so many good receivers. It's not like a smash for me. Shit, we could draft Dobbs, bro. I'm not going to lie. Dobbs might be something nice. I think Dobbs is going to fall as well. Oh, Kyle Pitts goes. You get sniped on Kyle Pitts. That's brutal, guys. Do we take Josh Downs? I mean, Alec Pierce has an ankle injury. They let Pittman go. Downs is the wide receiver one. I'm going to go Downs. I'm going to let timeout on Downs. I like that Downs pick a lot. I think he's going to move up a lot throughout the summer. I mean, everyone knows Downs is a really underrated player. He's just kind of been pigeonholed in a unique role throughout the beginning of his career. I mean, playing behind Pittman and Pierce, who are just outside receivers, and he's always been the slot. And he's had horrible quarterback play in his career. I mean, Anthony Richardson, Phillip Rivers. Who was before? Matt Ryan? Was it Matt Ryan his rookie year? I mean, complete garbage. Not to say Daniel Jones is anything special, but he's better than that at this point, even off an Achilles. And I mean, Pittman is gone, which clears out probably like 100 targets off the bat. I don't think Tyler Warner has any special talent. And Alec Pierce, they're saying that there's more meat on the bone for him, but I think he is what it is. He is what he is, and he's an elite deep threat, an elite, run blocker. But I mean, Josh Downs could get 120 targets this year, and I don't think anyone will blink an eye. And you look at all the other players I could have taken, Casey Concepcion. I mean, it's basically Josh Downs on the Browns, which is ass. Golden, who had a horrible rookie year, and don't think he's better than Christian Watson or Jaden Reed. I mean, I love Gadsden, but there's a time and place for him. I only like taking Gadsden when I have Herbert. I wanted Pitts just because I could have shut it down at tight end after that, and that would have opened up the board for me a lot in the second half. But I think Downs is a great pick there, guys. All right, coming back here. Chris Rodriguez is still there. Dobbins is still there. Wow. Dobbs is still there. Definitely going to go with Dobbs and C-Rod if those guys are still there for me. Jonathan Brooks, 125 isn't bad either. I'm a big believer in Jonathan Brooks, bro. Okay, what do we want to do here? Dobbs, Jonathan Brooks. Dobbins goes. I'm not going to lie. I think C-Rod, Jonathan Brooks might be the move here. Let's look at running backs the rest of the way. It gets pretty thin. What's our next pick? 118, 125. 118, 125, 142 range. Who are the running backs in the 142s? I mean, we can get Keaton on the way back. Sharbs. Yeah, running back is pretty buns. Coleman, not terrible. Dobbs is... Oh, we get sniped on. We get sniped on Chris Rodriguez. Brutality. Brutality, guys. Gainwell, not bad. I'm going to go Dobbs, guys. No, we're going to go Brooks. I'm going to take Jonathan Brooks and just lock him up so I don't get sniped on him because I do actually need Jonathan Brooks a bit more than I need Dobbs on this team. And this guy behind me has just taken his second running back of the whole draft as well. He has Gibbs, and he took Gainwell. I like Gainwell a lot, but I like Sean Tucker more. And I think Dobbs was going to come back to us potentially. If he doesn't, I'm okay with that too. There's still some options that I like, but Dobbs would be pretty sick. I think Jonathan Brooks is going to move up as the summer goes. All right, so we get Dobbs at 123. I'm totally cool with that. Just making sure there's no one else I really want. Tracy's fine. He's a jag. I'm going to go Dobbs. He could have a career year with Drake. I already got Drake too. I'm just going to let a timeout on Dobbs. I mean, receiver, we're looking freaking great at receiver. I love it, actually. I love it a lot. We might take one more receiver max, but we can really focus in on tight end and running back the rest of the way. So we can start building out our queue there. Let's see. I like to do correlation. Rams. Oof. Pretty nasty, guys. Pretty nasty. Tight end is – I'm glad we got Loveland, man, because Loveland, I think, is going to be amazing. I think he's an amazing talent himself. Oof, tight end is freaking disgusting, guys. Jeez. I mean, my favorite guys are Brenton Strange and Gunnar Helm, but it ain't Purdy. It ain't Purdy at tight end. Definitely think we need to load up at running back more so than tight end to worry about tight end. Definitely Coleman and Keaton are the top two guys on my list the rest of the way. Coleman, not like I'm a big fan of his talent at all. I think he could be a goal line back for the Broncos. And I have Jalen Waddle. Let's say Jalen Waddle, has a 50-yard catch. He finishes at the 1-yard line. Coleman runs it in, I mean, Coleman is not sexy, guys, but he serves a purpose. He has a unique – I mean, they've been trying this – oh, Coleman goes. And this is a sharp room, guys. This is a sharp room for sure. Keith Mitchell would be great. Sharps, I'm not really interested in, honestly. Checo, no. Mike Washington is nasty, but I liked – okay. I think we have to go dumpster diving at running back here, guys, and just take some guys ahead of ADP and just say, you know what? We're taking all handcuffs, and we're believing. We're doing the 0 RB the old school way, and we are believing. And Keaton Mitchell goes, guys. We're getting cooked at running back. All right. We're back on the clock here. Okay. We are not in a good position. Let's take best player available. Take Jalen Coker. Shut it down at wide receiver. The reason I took Coker there, we have Brooks, Jonathan Brooks. I like that we're building that out there. And we could take a running back here. How many picks more do we have? I know we have coming up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more picks. So we got to do 5 running backs, 1 tight end. So if we're doing 5 running backs and 1 tight end, I mean, all these running backs I can get with my next pick. My next pick is not till 166. All these guys are going later. Dallas Goedert sucks, dude. He had 11 touchdowns last year. What the hell? Brenton Strange is fine. You know what? I will take Dallas Goedert, actually. The reason I say that, it's not a sexy pick. He's 9 picks after ADP. If A.J. Brown gets traded, obviously Devontae Smith will step up. I mean, they have Mekhi Lemon. Eli Stowers is a nice player. But Dallas Goedert has been Jalen Hurts' guy. Jalen Hurts plays so much better with Goddard, and I think Goddard's fine. The rest of these tight ends freaking suck or unproven. I was thinking Brenton Strange. I was thinking Stowers. I mean, not Stowers, Gunnar Helm. But why not just take the ADP value? Hunter Henry is there too. I've just never been a Hunter Henry guy. I don't think he has much ceiling. I have Drake, and I already have Downs. I'm going to take Tank Bigsby here next, so I can kind of build out this Eagles thing a little bit as well and go from there. And we can shut it down at tight end now. I'm very comfortable with Loveland and Goddard. and we can just take 5 of these running backs to close it out, which I'm totally cool with. Yeah. That Keaton Mitchell pick, guys, that was a brutal snipe. I'm a big Keaton Mitchell guy. I mean, Davis Maddock, you guys know him. He really has put me on the Keaton Missile wave. But let's be real. He'll probably get like 8 to 10 touches a game maximum. Some are probably like more like 6 to 8. And yeah, sure, he's gonna pop some big plays, some sexy plays. He's never gonna be in there on goal line plays unless they do some trick play. And if Almarian goes down, it's gonna be Kamani Vidal taking, 80% of those carries. And sure, Keaton Missile might get up, get a little bump, but he might go from his usual 6 to 8 touches to like 8 to 12, which is really, really nice, just given his archetype of player. But I think, we're betting on, I think Kamani Vidal at his cost is just as good of a pick, if not better pick than Keaton Mitchell at his pick, given on what you're betting on, essentially. So I'm okay with that. Look at Tank. Emmett Johnson's there. We're going to go Tank and Emmett Johnson with these 2 picks because of ADP. I'm going to start off with Emmett Johnson because I do believe in his talent more than Tank Bigsby, who's nice, but he's Tank Bigsby. And I mean, Kenneth Walker has never played as a feature back his entire career. And all of a sudden we think he's going to do so because he had a good playoff run. It's nice wish casting. Don't think it's reality. I think Emmett Johnson's going to have a standalone role, maybe even similar to like a Jerick McKinnon type role in that system. We're definitely going to take Tank if he comes back here, just because Mike Washington's nice, but I don't think he's a better player than Tank. And I like Tank. Let's go Tank. Saquon's like 28, 29. Are they really going to load Saquon up with the freaking 100% workload at his age, guys? I don't think so. I mean, when Tank played last year, I think he averaged like 6-7 yards a carry. I think he was number 1 in the NFL in yards per carry of qualified players. So I think that's totally a great pick and totally fine. I know it's a little past the, not a little. Definitely reaches on ADP for both of these guys, but I think running backs are going to move up. These running backs at the end of the year, they're going to move up for sure. So we're looking at Tucker and Kamani for our next couple picks here at running back. Wouldn't even mind taking another tight end just to we don't need another tight end. If you pretend Loveland is Trey McBride, Bowers level, which from a talent perspective, I think he's better than Trey McBride. I don't think anyone is Bowers, but I think he's better than Trey McBride. You're fine. I mean, Loveland can easily outproduce Trey McBride this year. Like, way better environment offensively. He's a better talent. They cleared out DJ Moore. Rome Odunze is not elite. Luther's good, but Loveland could easily be the Bears' number 1 receiver. Totally okay with that. And we built out the Eagles thing as well with Goddard. And I think taking AJ Brown with Goddard is actually a 180 IQ move that not many people are doing right now. Ray Davis, that's just basically betting on a James Cook injury, which could happen. I just love Adam Randall, the talent. Ray Davis is fine as well. I mean, guys, just going back to my meta point as far as why I think zero RB is the key. We're going to talk about that more at the end of the video. But look at some of these receivers, guys. What is Jerry Jeudy winning for you that has more upside than Tank Bigsby? Tyreek Hill, I mean, That dude's leg was backwards last year. If he does anything this year, it's a miracle. He's not even in the NFL currently. All right, we're about to be back on the clock here, guys. Gunnar Helm is there. Like I said, we don't need another tight end. We're going to take Sean Tucker. We're going to take Sean Tucker here. Yeah, we're going to take Sean Tucker here. The reason we take Sean Tucker over Ray Davis is because you imagine you're at the goal line, right? We're basically just hoping for touchdowns from these guys. Josh Allen is taking all the touchdowns in the red zone. Baker Mayfield, he's handing that ball off to Tucker, right? And Sean Tucker's had 2 30-point games in his career. Anytime he's got an opportunity to be the lead back, he has produced. And Bucky Irving I think he's pretty overrated. All right, we're back on the clock. I'm going Kamani over Ray Davis. Kamani Vidal was freaking elite last year when given the chance and called upon. Why can't he do it again? That's my guy, Kamani, right there. I love that pick. Let's look at just the rest of the running backs here. Adam Randall is probably one of my biggest sleepers at running back for round 18 in May, assuming he comes back to us here. If he doesn't, let me think of a backup option so we don't have to panic. Ollie Gordon. Ugh. Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright sucks. Ollie Gordon sucks too. I'm just thinking if A-Chain gets traded, these guys are about to move up super high. Seth McGowan's not even bad. I mean, God, we're talking about Seth McGowan in May. What are we doing, guys? I love Isaiah Davis. I wish he wasn't on the Jets. I think he's a starting level player. I mean, there's a world where Jaden Ott is actually him and was supposed to be a second-round pick and just goes nuclear in training camp and beats out Emmett Johnson, but I'm not going to speak that into existence. I mean, Damon Claiborne. Is he just the Aaron Jones replacement? Yeah, it's pretty brutally bleak at running back, guys. After in round 18. But let's look at the rest of the board. Okay, Ray Davis goes. So we are down to just Randall. Adonai, T. Ferg is, T. Ferging. T. Ferg is T. Ferging. That's all I can say about him. Adam Randall will be the pick if we can come back to us. All right. I think we close this draft out with Mr. Adam Randall. There's no tight end that's catching my name. I mean, the only receiver I could even – no, there's no receivers on the Bengals. Adam Randall. Bang. Just envision Week 17, Bengals versus Ravens. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow go nuclear for 60 points. Derrick Henry has faded out into oblivion. And the Ravens are left with Adam Randall at running back, 230 pounds, run a 4.5 with Lamar Jackson in the backfield, running read options. He breaks a big run and go for 20 in the playoffs. And he's 0.1% owned. This is the team, guys. Let's do a little recap here. Hopefully it'll pop up correctly. All right, sharing the big board. Still going to recap on the team. We were in the 3-hole, which is a great place to be. 1 or 2 slot is the only things I would say are better just because you get the optionality to go anchor running back with Bijan or Gibbs. But I'm not going to complain about the 3 spot. We did what no one is doing in Best Ball Mania 7 in May. We went 0 RB, and I mean 0, where we did not take a running back until round 8, and we took Blake Corum with that pick. And our second running back is a guy coming off 220 ACLs in Jonathan Brooks. And our RB3 is our 5th round rookie. And our 4th running back is Tank Bigsby, who's Saquon's complete handcuff, and 2 potential 3rd stringers for their respective teams in Sean Tucker and Kamani Vidal. And you guys might look at this and say, you're screwed. What are you doing at running back? How are you going to get any points throughout the whole season? And guys, what you have to realize is it's May 6th, 2026. We are playing for a week 17, which is, quite frankly, 7.5 months away from right now. Taking that into account, if you're drafting a team that looks good today, I think that's fundamentally stupid. The benefit of drafting in May is the advantage of taking all of these handcuffed running backs at the lowest cost they possibly could be all summer, and just owning that arbitrage, in the sense that so much variability is going to take place over the course of the next 6 months, from training camp to preseason to regular season. So much is going to change, from depth charts to injuries to, you name it. You got to expect the unknown, right? And I'm a big believer that zero RB is the best draft strategy that takes that, fundamental notion into account. And you look at, the receiving core that I was able to build out: Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, and Josh Downs. That is disgusting, with Romeo Doubs and Coker, who are, really nice players in their own right. That is absolutely disgusting, and I find it very hard-pressed to even possibly build a better receiving core than that at any point again this summer. Because I think when AJ Brown goes to the Patriots, he's not going to fall out of the second round ever again. I think Rashee Rice is only going to move up over the summer because everyone's going to realize, oh shit, Mahomes is healthy, and the Chiefs have no one else on their team to pass to. And their offense should be more explosive with Kenneth Walker. Jamar Chase is going to stay at 103. Maybe he might go to 104 with Puka when he comes back. That's probably as far as he's going to go. Colson Loveland, I think training camp reports are this guy is the clear alpha on the team, and you can see him being, 3-4 turn pick probably at his ceiling. I don't see him going much higher than that. But I mean, Colson Loveland or Emeka Ibuka, I think Loveland can literally outproduce him statistically this year straight up 1-for-1, and he's at tight end. So what are we doing there? Jalen Waddle, I don't think Jalen Waddle's 5th round. I think that's just a smash. And we took Burrow in May just to stack up AJ Brown and Jamar, which is amazing. 2 elite quarterbacks who can easily drop 30 points and go, week 15, Burrow and Chase go nuclear. You advance to week 16. Week 16, Drake May and AJ Brown go nuclear. You move to week 17. Week 17, Jamar and Burrow go nuclear, or Rashee goes nuclear. We're set up in so many different ways that this team has a lot of potential here. And then from a running back perspective, for years and years, guys, we have been hating on Kyren Williams and his mid talent. But for some reason, he's never gone higher than this year, and he's a 3rd round pick. And Corum, who clearly shown signs, for the majority of the second half of regular season last year, was much better than Kyren Williams and was really eating into that backfield. And who knows this year? Maybe he could just take over the backfield straight up just because he was that good of a prospect coming out before his ACL. I mean, or something happens with Kyren and Corum becomes a freaking league winner as the RB1 bell cow on the Rams. And you look at that upside versus the other players in round 8, Jacoby Myers. I mean, there's zero upside there. Quentin Johnston, don't get me started. Harold Fannin, I love the guy, love the talent, but let's be real, guys. There's no upside for him in this Browns offense until they get a quarterback. And they just drafted KC and Denzel Boston, more target competition. Michael Wilson, he broke out last year, but that was because Marvin was out and they had Jacoby Brissett. I think in the money weeks, Carson Beck's going to start. there's really no upside again with Michael Wilson unless something happens to McBride or Marvin, which, I mean, it could, but he's a good player. He's fine. He's a round 8 player. That's totally fine. Sutton, no upside. They just traded for Jalen Waddle. Rico freaking Dowdle, guys. I mean, I know we had that 2-week miracle stretch last year, but we're taking Rico Dowdle in round 8. Like, what are we doing? It's 2026. Chris Godwin, ancient, washed, and 7th round Calvin Dunn guy. I mean, I guess there's upside if DeAndre Swift gets hurt, and you can make the same argument I made for Blake Corum. But I'm not going to even say anything about Calvin Dunn guy because he's pretty much the same bet as Blake Corum. And Jonathan Brooks, total black rock prospect. We got sniped on Chris Rodriguez. My original plan was to go Chris Rodriguez and then Brooks, but I think this is going to be the lowest that Jonathan Brooks goes all summer, guys. I mean, he just confirmed earlier this week that he was fully healthy and ready to go, cleared to go by his doctors. I mean, as training camp reports start happening and, you might see some clip on Twitter of him looking explosive, he's going to start crawling up. And I mean, by August, September, why couldn't Jonathan Brooks be going in this 7th round where Tony Pollard, Jalen Warren, RJ Harvey are? You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, we know he's a better talent than these guys. And that's kind of arbitrage you want to be taking in May, these kind of risks. We got sniped on Keaton Mitchell, but we're happy to close out with Jalen Coker, who closed the year last year amazingly after being injured at the beginning of the year. Dallas Goedert, it's not a fun pick. It was not a fun pick or click for me, guys, but we needed a tight end too. And if you think about it, without A.J. Brown on the team, a lot of those targets are going to go to, Jalen Hurts' is most comfortable, familiar guy, and that's Dallas Goedert outside of Devontae. I mean, he had 11 touchdowns last year. You got to respect that. Hunter Henry's a good option too. I already had Dobbs and AJ, so I think Eli Raven's going to get some more play time. I think Dallas Goedert's role is actually a lot more safe than people think with Stowers. I know it's counterintuitive because they drafted him. Stowers very high, but Stowers can't block for shit. Goddard should be on the field a lot this year. Emmett Johnson, guys. This guy had almost over 2,000 yards from scrimmage last year at Nebraska. Over 45 catches, I believe, and 1,400 yards on the ground. This guy's an all-around, all-purpose back. Very talented, very shifty. Honestly, like a Bucky Irving type player. And he only fell in the draft because he didn't test very well, but neither did Bucky Irving. Neither did guys like really neither did Bucky Irving. That's the best comp I can give you. I mean, neither did Kenneth Gainwell. And I mean, if you're Kenneth Gainwell on the Chiefs, that's a really nice player to have in round 14 in a 0 RB build. He could pop off for 15 points in the playoffs. Tank Bigsby, you're looking at a 1-for-1 handcuff for Saquon. And honestly, Tank Bigsby can carve out his own role if the Eagles are trying to keep Saquon fresh the entire year. Sean Tucker has had multiple 30-point games in his career. I don't think you can say that about any single player that you're going to be able to get at this point in the draft outside of Tyreek, who has a broken leg. But knowing that you're drafting a guy who could score 30 at this point in the draft is a no-run home brainer. No-brainer home run. My bad. Kamani Vidal clearly showed last year that he's very capable as an NFL starter running back. Can easily put up 20 points in any given week. And I think investing in the Chargers backfield, one takeaway I want to have for you guys is every single draft come away with a Chargers running back, be it Omarion, be it Keaton Mitchell, or Vidal. This team will lead the NFL in rushing this year, and you're going to want a piece of that backfield. They upgraded the offensive line. They got Mike McDaniels. You could be looking at a team that rushes for well over 2,500 yards as a team, heck, even 3,000 yards as a team. And I think there's a world where Omarion and Vidal both have 1,000 yards, which is crazy to say. And Keaton Mitchell could be somewhere between like 500 rushing and 500 receiving, given how they deploy him. And then Adam Randall, 1-for-1 replacement for Derrick Henry. And I think you want to be betting on these guys, betting on the 1-for-1 handcuff for Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. I mean, Kyron Williams, these aren't crazy bets to be making, guys. And at these prices, I don't really know how you can build a team with more potential upside and league winning potential at any point of the draft cycle, especially May, than this team. Because you can easily see a world where this team is just absolutely dominating the competition as the year goes on, when people realize, oh, the Chiefs are not going to deploy Kenneth Walker as a 90% snapshare player, and it might be a 60-40 split by the end of the year with him and Emmett Johnson, because they want to keep Kenneth Walker fresh for the playoffs, like the Seahawks did last year. Oh, Saquon Barkley springs a toe, and he's going to be out for a couple weeks. Tank Bigsby's ADP skyrockets to the 10th round. Bucky Irving is dealing with some mental health issues like he was last year. Team wants to deploy more of a committee approach. Sean Tucker pops off. Kamani Vidal, Adam Randall. Derrick Henry is looking slower. Adam Randall's going to skyrocket. They're not going to play Justice Hill, guys. I mean, you look at that in comparison to these, wide receiver darts that we're looking at, like Kayshon Boutte is going to be the wide receiver 4 on the Patriots. Adonai Mitchell, the wide receiver 3, on the Jets. Like Pat Bryant, wide receiver 4 on the Broncos. There's 0 point or upside in taking any of these guys. And the only way that these guys' ADPs even move up at any point in the summer is if massive injuries happen to like an entire receiving core, and even throughout the season, their ceiling is capped at like 10 points, whereas all of these guys have 20 point per game upside. And you can see the path where these things break right for them. And I know you guys, it's not going to be comfortable, drafting a team, guys, where Blake Corum and Jonathan Brooks are staring at you as your top 2 running backs. But I need you guys to understand that being comfortable in uncomfortable situations is what leads you to growth and what leads you to success, not only in fantasy and best ball, but in life, right? Because life is going to happen, time is going to go by, and knowing that and investing in that right now is where you're going to get your edge, right? And so I think this is a really sick team, a really unique team that's totally against the grain of what people are doing. And you can comment down below on if you guys think I'm stupid, if you guys see the vision with what I'm talking about. And hopefully I painted a good picture for you guys. Appreciate you guys sticking in and tuning in to me. This is my first video on AJ Talk Sports. My goal is to try to get out at least 2 videos a week talking fantasy football, best ball, NBA playoffs. I really think I got a unique perspective to share with you guys, and tap in with me. Subscribe down below, like below, comment on what you think, if you see the vision or if you don't. And peace. Thanks for rocking with me, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.